The story may have ended, but it doesn't mean we can't write more chapters. Hey everybody, G1 here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we took on Cynthia, the champion of the Sinnoh region, and after a brutal battle, we have come out victorious and champions ourselves. And after a long hike home, I'm sure it'd be nice to sit down and, you know, just do nothing for a bit. But unfortunately, that wouldn't make for a very exciting video, so we gotta get going. Oh my god, really? The expert opens the menu? No way, I had no idea. Thanks, Gabe. Also, I'm sure our mom misses us. We should probably go say hi. Hi, Mother. Zachary, she's yelling at me too. Okay, she's really excited. We've been looking for you a little while ago. I don't know what it was about, but he was shouting about you needing to get on the ship and sit at Snow Point City. You know how patient he is. He's gone before I could ask. Anyway, how's it going, kid? Is your project with Professor Rome coming along? That is a very good question. I can tell you right now, it's going, but it's not completed. I can guarantee you this. And this is actually important. Let me see. 2 are free. Yep, we're missing a few Pokemon. Okay, so. To unlock a large chunk of the post-game, we have to fill up the Pokedex. We don't have to catch every Pokemon in the Pokedex, but we have to see every Pokemon. And I know we're missing Prinplup, and we're missing a few of the Eevees, I'm pretty sure. I think we have every other Pokemon seen except for those. So off screen, I did a little bit of checking up on this before I fought Cynthia. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. It's Prinplup. Whatever Pokemon's here in the Pokedex, I'll have to look into what that it could possibly be. And you. Vaporeon, Umbreon, Glaceon, Leafeon. Okay. So we're gonna make sure we get on top of that, because that's gonna be very important, because we need to unlock a certain chunk of the post-game by completing the Pokedex here. Which is something that I'll probably attempt to do off screen, because it might take me a second, because essentially, if you battle all the trainers that you can come across in the Sinnoh region, you'll fill up your Pokedex no problem. However, obviously, I have not done that, because I'm playing Let's Play, and I skipped a few. Okay, I am back, and you may be wondering, why exactly did I just cut away there? The answer is because I have the power of editing magic, as you can see right here. Because if you look at our Pokedex here, whoa, would you look at that? Prinplup is suddenly in the Pokedex. Whoa, how did that happen? And if we skip all the way to the bottom here, because the Pokedex takes a while in Sinnoh, because it's one of my few complaints about the game. But if we go over here, check this out. Whoa, we have Umbreon and Vaporeon. How did all this happen? Simply put, the reason why this video took a while for me to make is because 1, I took a break after defeating Cynthia, and 2, I had to hunt down all the Pokemon here. And for your convenience sake, in case you're playing alongside me and you have trouble finding the Pokemon I was talking about myself, or I was missing myself, I have included in here short little video clips of me running into the trainers that actually have the Pokemon, including their location. So let's start here. First up here, we have Prinplup, one of these starter Pokemon. Second evolution of Piplup, and obviously it's a starter Pokemon, so you can't find it in the wild. You have to battle a trainer, go to the mansion on Route 212, and battle the rich boy inside the fences here, and you will find your Prinplup. Pretty simple, but a very important thing, because obviously it's a starter Pokemon, so you're going to need that. Next up on our list, if you don't mind, I'm just going to have to fast forward through here, because like I said, one of my few complaints about Gen 4 is that the Pokedex is a little slow. We go right on over here. Our next Pokemon here is Vaporeon. Go over here to the route with a bunch of fences below Veilstone City. And at the bottom of the fences, you'll find a Pokemon Collector. He has a Vaporeon, Flareon, and a Jolteon, which makes it very easy to find evolutions for your Pokedex. Next up, our next missing Pokemon was Umbreon. Similar story to the other collector. If you go to the left of Astoria City, you'll find a collector with an Espeon and an Umbreon. Very helpful for your Pokedex as well. And then finally, Glaceon and Leafeon. Leafeon you will be able to find by continuing up the routes that you went to find the Umbreon and battling this ranger up here. By battling her, you will find yourself your Leafeon. And finally, Glaceon is battled by a skier named Lexi in Route 217, who is nearby Snow Point City and Lake Acuity lakefront. Just keep going over there to Route 217, and she's basically the first trainer you'll find the moment you get over there from that angle. That's all the Pokemon you can find that way. However, you may have noticed something. We're at 208. There's 2 Pokemon still missing. These 2 Pokemon are kind of special and unique, which is why I want to do it this way, and actually show you guys physically how to find these Pokemon, because they're actually pretty unique. So that being said, Honchkrow, to the skies. We got to go to Heart Home City, because we actually have to go to a place that I don't think I've been to on camera, because oops and daisies, I'm kind of goofy. Because there is a very special way to catch one of these Pokemon, and you cannot find it in the wild under any circumstances. So allow me to show you exactly how we do this, because we need to fill this Pokedex to unlock some stuff. So this is very important. Go down over here, listen to the godlike ground theme for the first time in quite some time. It's not nighttime, so all these police officers aren't going to battle us, because if it's nighttime, they actually will try and battle us. Go over here, into the manor over this way. And believe it or not, this is actually where I found the Prinplup guy right over here. We want to ignore those two. We want to go over here to the manor. We want to ignore everything else here for the time being, because we care about one thing and one thing only. Wrong way, that's the trophy garden. We don't want to go here. We want to ignore all the lovely maids. And go right over here. I'm going to ignore this guy as well and go check out this book. The very expensive looking book of Pokemon. Would you like to read it? Yes, sir. Manaphy, an extremely rare Pokemon that has never been seen, let alone captured in Sinnoh. Yeah. I kid you not, this is the only way you can find this Pokemon for your Pokedex in the entire game, outside of a special event that has not been run in God knows how long. Yeah. We now have Manaphy in the Pokedex. Needless to say, very hard to find unless you know what you're doing. So there was no way in heck I could have shown that or like hinted at doing that without just showing it on camera. But essentially, there you go. Which leaves one more Pokemon remaining. Number 152. And this is, believe it or not, is actually a Pokemon we could have seen a long time ago. However, for some reason, my brain just never showed it until now. So we're going to go take care of that. But also, I think we forgot him, because why not? Team 87 Swagger. We've seen that move before. I don't need to explain it. Confuses, raises attack. Very annoying move. Now, if you'll excuse me, lovely maids, I must go, because I have more business to attend to. We got one more place to go. However, before I trigger somebody's OCD, I'll grab that up. We'll pick up this green shard. There you go. We have one more place to drop by on the next quest to fill in this Pokedex. We want to go over here to, if I can think. Yes, it's Turtle City. I was at the right place. I just didn't believe for some reason. There we go. So we go over here and take a Pokemon with you. We're going to need to have the move Cut. And some of you may already know where this is going. If you remember from way back when we passed by a place we cut earlier in the game. Put it else away for the time being. Sorry, my dear, but we require the Bidoof, the HM God. Go over here. And now we're going to go past all these fishermen we battled before, and all their lovely Magikarp, and go over here to a turn of the forest. And look who it is. A familiar face. Hiya, were you just intrigued by the rumors going around too? You know, people have been talking about the ghost of Pokemon in Old Chateau. I've been hearing rumors about Cinners for Shadows too. I should check it out myself, but going in there is, well, you know, being that I'm a gym leader, I'm, you know, always busy. So since I'm so busy, I can't go in. It's not because I'm scared. So, no investigation. Ooh, somebody's scared of ghosts. That being said, though, we've been given a job to investigate. So believe it or not, this is actually an event that can take place as soon as you finish the second gym. Why am I doing it now? I'm a very smart and wise Let's Player. And who knows what he's doing. Also, these windows are glowing purple. That's a very good sign that this place is not haunted. I trust. Grab the ether. And can I just say right now, with the music playing right now and the shadows here, this is a gorgeous screenshot. Like, this place is so nice. That's not let's ruin it. Enter the haunted house. Uh-oh. Haunted indeed. Let's go check it out. What could be in here? A long table and a Pokeball. What could be within the Pokeball? A rare candy. That's actually, haunted places are kind of cool, actually. Yo, we get free rare candies? I should go visit haunted places more often. There are Pokemon you can actually run into here, but obviously, I have, I didn't come here when we were supposed to after the second gym, so my Pokemon are way higher level than anything we're going to be finding in here. And also, I like to appreciate the atmosphere of how spooky the music is, so it's kind of nice to use Max Repel just to cut up the battles. Ooh, very intimidating and spooky indeed. I don't know about you guys, but I love haunted places in Pokemon games. I mean, not haunted places. It's definitely not haunted. Definitely normal. Got ourselves some Old Gateau at the Old Chateau. Sorry, I had to do my Pokemon James impression. Like I said, Pokemon James, we're not playing a Pokemon game. This here is a pretty interesting item. And by interesting, I mean, it's kind of cute. If I can find it. It's in medicine, not this one. The Old Gateau is a special item. It's a hidden specialty. It heals all stats problems of a single Pokemon. It's essentially a full heal, but, it fits in with the lore, so it's kind of cool. It's like a full heal, but cool. What could be over here in the right side, I wonder? Nothing besides books. How horrifying. I do agree that books are kind of scary, though. The reading is kind of intimidating. Over here to another hallway. And I think it's only fair we go from left to right to check these rooms out. Another Pokemon, get the Dread Plate. Makes sense finding that in a place like here. 2 makes matter, and 3 makes spirit, shaping the world. Well, I think we have a slight idea what that could possibly mean after, our adventures with all the legendary Pokemon so far. Got some TV over here. We'll check that out in a little bit, though. Let's keep looking around first. Get ourselves spooky beds that I would never sleep in. And a painting that is very curiously looking, like it's looking at us. I'll be the one to figure this out, though. I'm watching you. It's a cool detail, though. It's simple, but it's a very cool, cute detail. Over here, pick up an item. PM90 substitute. This is actually a pretty interesting, cool move. Stop looking at me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Freaking paintings. So this here is CM90, substitute. It's actually a pretty interesting move. So how this move works is it sets up the substitute for a fraction of your HP, and the substitute will take damage free and is also immune to any status problem. So use it at a good time, he can really mess with your opponent's strategy. It's actually a pretty interesting move. For single player though, I don't think it's that useful, but for multiplayer stuff, it's very useful. That's it though, we checked out everything now. Checked out the room, checked out the paintings, however, there's one place oh god, the ghosts are coming. The ghosts really are coming, it's my boy Ghastly, or in this case, my girl Ghastly. I love Gengar, as you guys know, I love this family line of Pokemon. If I didn't use a Heart Gold and Silver, it would have absolutely been on my team, but I try not to use the same Pokemon twice per playthrough on this channel. That said though, there's one thing we haven't checked yet. Right here. It really has an oddly malevolent feel. It's as if it's staring. Interesting. Perhaps if we showed up at nighttime, something might happen. So allow me to return soon. I have returned, and the dawn has dust upon us. And something tells me things are about to change. Inside the TV, there appears to be a Pokemon. Someone appears to will come out. Want to thump the TV? Oh yeah, I want to thump this TV. Persona 4, baby! Shove him into the TV! Whoa! It's a cool freak out. Meet the final Pokemon missing on our Pokedex, Rotom! Coming at level 20, Ghost Electric type. technically a legendary Pokemon, but also kind of not at the same time. Rotom's kind of a weird Pokemon. I wouldn't consider it a legendary personally, but the game definitely makes a special, you know, case out of its encounter with the special effects and the music and whatnot. That being said here, this Rotom can be encountered as soon as you finish the second gym. Why didn't I encounter it till now? Because I'm kind of dumb. However, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't really have a reason to catch this thing because, you know, I'm done fighting Cynthia. I have my team. But, tell you what. I'll give Rotom the benefit of the doubt. If it wants to get in this quick ball, I'll catch it. Otherwise, I might just knock it out. Really, I have no reason to catch this thing. Oh. Okay, then. I guess I'm catching it. Okay, awesome. Nice. Cool. There you go, the Plasma Pokemon. I will say though, Electric Ghost is a really cool typing, and Rotom itself is a pretty cool Pokemon. I'm a fan of Rotom. Yeah, I guess we have a Rotom now. There's more to Rotom than what we just see right here. But for the time being, that will be Rotom caught. That went by pretty quickly. Yeah, there's a lot more to Rotom than what meets the eye. You can catch this thing like as soon as you finish the second gym, and honestly, it makes for a pretty solid team member. However, there's a bit of a downside for Rotom is that it actually has multiple forms it can like achieve, as most Pokemon fans know these days. Unfortunately, though, they're kind of locked behind events that just don't exist anymore. So if you use Rotom nowadays, you're kind of just stuck with base Rotom, which is not super exciting. Because the Rotom forms have like all different like moves and stuff and whatnot. It's pretty cool, but that's Rotom, I guess. I was perfectly ready to knock it out. I was not ready to catch it in one Pokeball, but we'll take it. That being said, our work here is now done. Gardenia, you can now sleep well at nights. There's no longer going to be any ghosts haunting you. Or the chateau, for that matter. However, that being said, we now have all 210 Pokemon found in their Pokedex. Not caught, but found, which is good enough. So now, with that being said, our wrap-up work is complete. Let's go show Rowan our hard work. I'm sure he'll be thrilled. He's like 60 years old. He might even have a heart attack and die on the spot. Let's go find out. And look at this. Ah, is that great? May I see your Pokedex? Oh my gosh, he's never got a Pokemon in Sinnoh. Hey, let's go show your Pokedex to Professor Rowan. I don't really feel like... Nah, I'm just kidding. We should probably go do that. Oh, Rowan, I got a special gift for you. Oh, Zachary, you come to show me your Pokedex on your Pokedex? Yeah. You see 210 Pokemon. Excellent work, Zachary. Pokemon of the Sinnoh region are being added to your Pokedex. You certainly helped my studies on Pokemon evolution. Oh my god, it's my hero! Greetings, Professor Rowan. It's been a very long time. I'll tell you, Sinnoh certainly is a long trip from Kanto. Of course, if it means being new Pokemon, there's no distance too great for the likes of us to travel. Oh, this is my old colleague, Professor Oak. I should extend as much for the world's authority on Pokemon. Well, it's just a joke. When you're a Pokemon, you'll find Oak. It hasn't changed one bit. Professor Oak, let me introduce you to one of my young assistants. This youngster has filled every page of the Sinnoh Pokedex for me. Ah, well, very glad to meet you. As you've heard, my name is Oak. I've heard a great deal about you from Professor Ronley. Oh my god, he knows who I am. I'm your biggest fan. I was your biggest fan of Jonah that carries over to here. He's being super to praise about a fantastic young trainer. Actually, you live to know that you surpassed his praise. You've also got an impeccable sense of timing. You see, I had an errand to run for the Professor Rowan on my visit here. Here's where we use data for the National Dex Pokedex, you see? Since you're here, let me upgrade your Pokedex with the National Mode. After all, there are many kinds of Pokemon in this world of ours. So yeah, to unlock the National Dex, this is what we've been working towards. We have to find every Pokemon in Sinnoh, show it to Rowan, and reward is this. I heard it won't be able to use the complete National Pokedex. However, I'm sure you'll make an honest attempt on our behalf. No, absolutely not. No. I don't know, Zachary, we'll get the job done. No, I really won't. Guys, calm down. By the way, Professor Oak, what compelled you to visit this region? Ah, yes, I heard that the Pal Park is now open. If I remember correctly, it's at the end of Route 221. The Pal Park has a special system that attracts every imaginable kind of Pokemon from every region. I'm going to make certain that the system is operating properly. Zachary, you should make an effort to visit the Pal Park too. Oops, I'll be late for my meeting if I don't get going. Okay, it's a pleasure seeing the both of you now. Bye now. Bye, Oak. I love you. Off it goes, as busy as ever. Now, Zachary, I have a gift here as a reward for completing the Sinnoh Pokedex. We get the Poke Radar for our trouble. That's Pokemon Radar, or just Poke Radar for short. Use it to indicate grass patches where Pokemon are lurking. I prepared it to help me find my sisters put together the Sinnoh Pokedex, but you took care of that. I'm sure it'll be useful if you go and fill it up the National Pokedex. This here's an interesting item that we'll be talking about in the future. However, for the time being, we should probably show off our brand new handy dandy National Dex. You go over here to the Pokedex, and you can switch Pokedexes at will. We have the Sinnoh Pokedex, and we have the National Pokedex. This includes every single Pokemon from Gen 1 to Generation 4. All 493. All 493. And the professors want me to complete this one. Haha, no. That is not happening. However, to unlock certain things about the post-game, we actually had to get the National Dex, so, yeah. This is as far as I'm going, but as you can see, plenty of Pokemon. We saw all the way from the start of the Pokedex, and here's Turtwig at 387, so that's just to go to show you how many Pokemon there are. Kinda cool. Well, that's it, though. Professor Oak has given us an idea of something to do. Apparently there's a place called the Pal Park open at Route 221, which is down over here, somewhere we actually have not been yet. And normally I'd end things off here because we completed a pretty big goal of the National Dex. However, since, you know, we're already here, there's no harm in going for a little bit of a swim, right? If you remember, this water patch has been here, and we've been able to go here for ever. We were here like episode 1 or 2 in the game. But now, we have new tools. We have the ability to surf. So let's go check it out, shall we? And believe it or not, there are tons of trainers here. All will Pokemon to battle if you so feel. However, I'm going to be trying to dodge most of them because I want to go see my hero, Professor Oak. And nothing will stop me. Except the woman swimming. Never mind. I'm going to look at, but I'm a star. I'm always with my Pokemon. Alright, now I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually don't know the level of the trainers here. They might be the same level as us, or maybe lower level. I don't remember. I'm gonna say they're lower level. They might be slightly under our level, and even though it's 4 times effective, Big Purper's gonna eat this up. Yeah, look at that. Not even, barely a scratch. Yeah, noted. The Pokemon here are not quite our level. That would make sense. Because you can surf here as soon as you get surf. You don't have to wait for Professor Oak to specifically go here. I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I guess you go up with some more experience. This is a decent place to go to, right? That's something. That being said, though, I'm not gonna lie to you. Outside of getting the National Dex and unlocking the Pal Park, I don't think there's too much you need the National Dex for overall, but it's still something you want to pick up eventually. So I think it's still worth doing, but like for this playthrough especially. But I think that's the only thing I can think off the top of my head that's completely locked. Actually, no, I think there's something. No, there's something. Okay, never mind. There's something else. I'm not gonna spoil what it is. I'm thinking about it now. I'm not gonna spoil it for those who haven't played this game yet, but there's something else that's very important as well down the line that you need the National Dex for. Never mind. Never mind. I remember. Ignore silly old me. All right, sorry, lovely lady. I must go. Once my capture card comes back out, there we go. Professional Let's Player here, don't worry about it. Round 2-2-1, alright, we're going to dodge the swimmer, pick this up, a free protein, and we made it, alright, not bad. My capture has been getting on in years. I might have to get a new cord for it, I think. It's been getting on in years, that said though. A grass patch. There's things to find, like Ultra Balls. Cool. What else could be in here, though? I'll tell you what else could be in here. There's some berries, a honey tree, a trainer. Do I have the value? I don't think I do. Hold on. I think I'm going the wrong way. Or is this a dead end, too? Hold on. I'm going to dodge this guy swiftly. Yeah, I don't have the battle. Nice. Yeah, ooh, a pretty decent TM over here. X-Scissor, one of the most iconic attacks in Pokemon in my opinion, because this thing was like the best thing Bug Pokemon had for a long time. This here is the move X-Scissor, if I can find it. Pretty solid move overall. 80 power, physical bug move with no special effects. It's just a nice, reliable bug type move. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised this move doesn't have a high crit ratio, because I could have, yeah, no, I think like everybody thinks this move has a high crit ratio and then just forget it doesn't, but I feel like it could have it, but still overall a pretty solid bug type move. Can't complain. And I could teach it if I wanted to, but frankly, I don't really have a reason to for the time being, so I'll pass. Over here, and finally, I'm gonna have to battle this guy. Okay, tell you what, because we're already, you know, been doing a lot today, I'm just gonna cut this one out. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and thankfully, he was the last hurdle. So we're now at the Pal Park, a place for new beginnings. Let's go check it out. And there he is, the man in flesh. Ah, Zachary, this is it. This is Pal Park. Pokemon from around the country can be brought here. In other words, Pokemon from places like Kanto and Hoenn. So it also have to be where you compete to see how quickly you can catch those Pokemon. Here's you come to join us for a visit. Let me make a gift of this trainer encounter app for your Pokemon. Get the trainer encounter! Cool, I think. Trainer encounter attracts the Pokemon Raiders rankings. It's been a turn to see for some time. Being here, I should make the best of my time studying the Pokemon of the Sinnoh region. And this is actually the reason why we had to come here, because that's actually going to unlock something for later that we actually need to do, which is why you need the National Dex, because if you don't have that, Professor Oak just never shows up. So, yeah, we had to do all this. But basically, the Pal Park here is an interesting feature. I'll talk about it, but I can't really show it off for reasons you'll see in just a second. On the Pal Park, this is where top-notch trainers come to demonstrate their chemical catching techniques to their peers. Oh, or you may be, you're Zachary. All the rumors about you. Where is your hotshot trainer? You know, if you would participate in catching shows, sure, I'll try. Yes, you agree to participate. It's a happy day for me. Guess I'll waste any time. Let me explain how the Pal Park works. There was Pal Park manual for situations just like this. What should I explain? Understood! What's your catch show now? I'll show you why I can't do this right now. Here we go. Oh, you don't have enough Pokemon for a catching show. You need to talk with us for 6 Pokemon to participate. You should make a walk here from the Kanto or Hoenn. So, you may be wondering, what the heck is he talking about? Essentially, how this works is that, this is actually how you used to transfer old Pokemon from your GBA games to DS games. However, I'm recording this with a 3DS capture card. The 3DS does not have GBA slots. Like a DS or a DS Lite would have. So I can't really show this feature off, but essentially what you do is you send your Pokemon in here, you put your cartridge in, and then after you play a mini game where you find your Pokemon out in the wild grass here and you catch them, and yeah, kind of a cool feature, but I just literally can't show it off. If you want to find good footage of it, I would highly recommend checking Connor's playthrough where he sends some of his Emerald Pokemon over to his Platinum. Unfortunately, I'm playing on a 3DS, so I don't have the technology for that. So, yeah. Kind of an awkward way to end it, I know, but we kind of had to come here anyways because we needed to set something up for the future post-game stuff. With that being said, enough rambling. For the time being, we're going to call it there for today. We set up the future, got the National Dex completed. We did a lot. A lot of running around. With that being said, that's going to do it for now for Pokemon Platinum. Next time on Pokemon Platinum, I think we'll take a Barry up on his offer about going to see him and some business about Snow Point City and a boat or something. It's Barry, you never really know with that guy, but we'll go check it out real soon. With that being said, thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Despite this episode being a mess, believe me, the reason why this video took so long to come out is because I had no idea how I wanted to do things today. And my final answer was kind of just wing it and just do it because that's the energy I bring, I guess. I don't know. With that being said, thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And next time, we'll keep on adventuring because we're not done yet. See you guys then.